Hi everybody, welcome back to Tnooz Live at GBTA, presented by BCD Travel. Martin Cowing, Editorial Director for Tnooz. I'm here with Ilia Kostov, who is, let me get this right, Senior Vice President of Global Accounts and Business Travel Americas for Amadeus. So Ilia, thanks very much for making the time to talk to us. I know you've got a busy schedule today, so thanks again for finding 10, 15 minutes to tell us everything that we need to know about the Amadeus live travel space, which is something that you've launched, introduced
very recently
today. Yeah, can you just explain to us exactly what it is?
Absolutely. So a lot of people know Amadeus from the many years of the global distribution system. And you take what's happening in the industry today, where the airlines are looking to control their content and control how the product is positioned and sold. Then on the other side, you have the travel agencies and their needs to continue to compare content and different offers from the airlines. And then you look at the corporations and then their desire to have it all. We basically decided to evolve our platform from what used to be a very modern GDS that we spend a lot of time and money and effort to invest into creating this modern GDS that is now on a modern technology and not a mainframe, and expand this to include not only the GDS, but also our low-cost carrier APIs that we get content from low-cost carriers and the way they distribute through APIs, but also to include NDC content. And we do this with the addition of our NDCX program and platform. So you take the GDS, NDCX, you take the low-cost carrier APIs, and then on top of that, you layer our Amadeus Hotel platform with all the different content that we get, not only from the GDS, but also a dozen aggregators or so, including Expedia and Booking.com and others. You layer on top of that our own merchant model hotel deals, and now you have a hotel platform with all sorts of different content that comes from these different places. And you have this modern travel technology platform that we believe is bar none and such a unique competitive advantage for us. And then we make this platform available, this content from this platform available to, in an open and dynamic way, to anybody, whether it's through a travel agent desktop, whether it's through web services, whether it's through an online booking tool. We make it available to any players in the travel ecosystem. So you take the platform, and then you take the Amadeus expertise, the people that make it all work, the people that service the platform, the research and development. You take the platform, you take the expertise, together we create a travel marketplace. And this travel marketplace is what we call the Amadeus live travel space.
Okay, so in terms of the marketplace concept, is it all Amadeus content in the marketplace, or will it be pulling in?
It's pulling in content from all sources. It could be the Amadeus GDS content, it could be aggregators, like in the case of hotel aggregators, it could be NDC content from airlines, it could be low-cost airlines through APIs, right? So content comes from different sources. Then we use the smarts of the platform to make sure that this content is sorted out, it's being able to be compared, it's being deduped, and then presented to the traveler and or the travel agency in an efficient manner so that they can be able to compare offers from different travel suppliers and choose the offer that makes sense for them the most.
Okay, and what were the sort of the industry trends that prompted you to do the live travel space?
It is really, we see that source of content is being fragmented. Content is coming now from multiple different ways. So being able to take all of this content together from everywhere, then being able to present it in an efficient manner to the travel agency or the end traveler, we see that the relevance of Amadeus in the future is only increasing as we see how this content is coming from multiple different sources whether it's airline content, whether it's hotel content, and yet the end traveler need to be able to compare and contrast different offers. Again, we see that we're becoming even more relevant in the future than we have been historically.
So the live travel space will be available to travel agents, corporates, online travel agencies.
That's right.
So, okay.
Through any means that they want to access it, whether it's through a travel agency desktop, such as the Amadeus desktop, or a travel agency's own desktop that we can power through web services, or whether it's through a self-booking tool or a mobile app, right? It doesn't matter how the traveler wants to consume it, we'll be there to supply that content, which is a big part of our story, that again, we want to be open and dynamic. And dynamic means as the industry continues to change and continues to evolve, we are able to, again, put together in an efficient way the travel suppliers and the travel buyers together.
Okay, so have you got a go live date for the live travel space?
Yes, so the live travel space will continue to evolve as the industry evolves as well, but it's practically live today. So we have today the GDS, we have today low-cost carrier APIs, we have today our hotel platform, which is live, and we have over 740,000 unique hotel properties. When you look at all the different sources that we have combined to get the content from, we have over 3 million hotel properties in the platform that come again from multiple different sources. So that's all live today. And with NDC-X, which we announced, we made some announcements a couple of months ago with Flight Center and Travix. And then last week we announced that we have additional customers joining the NDC-X platform. That's Amex GBT and Carlson Wagonlit. And today we announced BCD and American Airlines joining the NDC-X platform. For that, the first industrialized version of NDC we expect early next year. Okay,
I mean, there's been, in the past few months, it seems as if NDC has almost sort of reached the top of. I'm trying to think of the correct terminology, but almost in the last couple of months, there's a lot of big TMCs, big airlines have linked up with big travel technology. And NDC has arrived. I mean, people have been talking about NDC for years, but it does seem as in the past couple of months that it's now gone from the conversation to the implementation. I mean, what sort of happened in the past couple of months, do you think, that's made this sort of sea change in how NDC is perceived? I mean, is it just an acceptance from the industry that NDC is actually going to work? Is it something to do with the tech standards? I mean, I've heard talk that NDC 17.2 was more robust. I mean, so what do you think has happened?
I think it's a combination of things, right? So NDC as a concept started years ago, as you say. Over the last several years, we have seen the industry continue to work through IATA and other means, continue to work to get NDC more and more real, and now NDC is becoming mainstream. And it took, obviously, just like any other idea, it takes time for it to get momentum, for content to become available, for airlines to be ready to adopt the technology that they need on the airline IT side in order to produce and push NDC content. And then now with Amadeus and other large players in the distribution space, going mainstream with NDC, it's getting real momentum for the benefit of ultimately the corporate traveler and the end traveler as well.
Okay, I mean, what at the highest level, and without giving away sort of like trade secrets, I mean, what sort of implementations do you think are possible now that you've got the big players and the big tech people coming through? I mean, is it going to deliver on that IATA's original vision, or has it moved on? Is there more possibilities with NDC?
So we certainly, when it comes to our investment, we are investing in our NDC-X platform to enable all the capabilities that will be there needed for the airline to be able to merchandise in the way they talk about. So when the airlines talk about personalized offers, right? We certainly are investing so much into our platform to make sure that we can enable that commerce, we can enable flavors of merchandising, et cetera, as opposed to just being able to sell ancillaries. Because let's be honest, right? You don't need NDC if all we're going to do is sell a few bags and a few seats. The industry already figured this out with EMD long time ago, right? But the true promise of NDC is, again, to be able to personalize the experience and personalize the offer. And we certainly are betting on it because we're investing a lot of money to make sure that our NDCX platform is able to do all of this.
Okay, so is that investment coming exclusively from Amadeus, or are your partners helping you out as well?
It's an Amadeus investment, right? So we're making this investment with the help of the industry, and when I say with the help of the industry, we have partners on the airline side as well as the travel agency side that are coming together with us to advise us as we are creating the NDCX
is it almost like
platform.
It's not a community model as such, is it, or is it a sort of more of a collaborative platform?
It is for the benefit of the travel community overall, right? So you still need, we want to make sure that what we do with the NDCX platform would have broad applicability for the industry. That means airlines, that means TMCs as well. So there is a reason why we opted to go with a broader group of like-minded TMCs and travel agencies and airlines, and that is to make sure that what we do, what we develop, works for the industry, and not just for one player or two players in the industry.
Okay, so by having a TMC like BCD and an airline like
American Airlines, yeah.
You know that the NDCX is going to satisfy the airline and the TMC.
That's right, and we announced some other airlines as well that are joining the NDCX program. There are some other conversations we're having with additional airlines and additional travel agencies, again, to continue to broaden the role of that early adopter community, so to speak. And we'll continue to make those announcements as they're ready.
Okay, and I will continue to watch them with
Thank
interest.
You.
So,
thank you.
Ilia Kostov, SVP of Global Accounts and Business Travel Americas, Amadeus. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is Martin Cowan, Editorial Director of Tnooz, saying goodbye for a little while. Talk to you later, bye.